aesthetics.
It's funny how both men just went like, boobs.
No, I was thinking National Geographic, they're front bums, aren't they? Isn't that in the idea about behind the animal?
What?
When and how did you and Kobi meet?
We met online dating. She told me her name was
Really?
Katie. Yeah. She lied to me.
Or
I
catfished
said
me,
no.
and-
I said my initials were KT, and it's KT.
Oh, it
I
was
wasn't going to tell you my real
Katie.
name. You could have been a creep.
I
met
was
a
a
lot
creep.
of them. Yeah, that's true.
Wow, you did like
I
online
was
dating
the latest in
before
a
there.
succession of very free meals, and we had a lovely time. And I think the Canadian bear fucker sealed the deal.
We were drinking that. That's not what we did.
Okay, I was gonna say context. Like,
I was going to leave it context free. It sounds funny that way. We had a
No,
Canadian
'cause-
waiter, and then we're like, just make up something. He's like, oh, this is probably where I come from. It's called a Canadian bear fucker. I'm like, I think you're lying, but it's also alcoholic, so I'm going to drink it.
It was. I think our date lasted like 24 hours or something like that.
You went home to get
was
clothes
long.
and came back. It was like 4 days.
What?
I tell people she moved in on like the first date. It's we had a date. She was there 24 hours. She went home, got clothes, and came straight back.
Oh, isn't that true love?
I'm just that charming.
Right, next question. What are 3 words that you would use to describe Kobi? Really quick. Top of head.
Smart, funny, and beautiful.
Oh,
you get dinner. No.
No, he doesn't. He's
Cooking
making
dinner.
it.
I make
Yeah, it's your cooking dinner.
You can't keep me out of that one. I'm loving cooking for my kids at the moment.
Nice.
Nice.
Me too.
I
Yeah,
cook
Zach's
better,
definitely
but
the cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
but
hates
we've got
mushrooms,
a
so
business
it's a
to run,
challenge.
Kobi. We don't have time to make dinner.
No, we're busy
Yeah.
women.
Yeah. I make the Asian food, and Sarah makes the white people food. So
I know.
that's what
And
happens
I'm
in
the
my house.
Asian.
Yeah. What's your speciality?
Roast is my speciality. I've really got my roast potatoes down.
Zach hates
Cool.
roast. He'll eat
No,
anything.
that's not
You hate
true.
a roast?
Stop. No. I have had a roast, many roasts, but I'm willing to try other roasts. It's okay. I'm just saying that in the grand space of things, isn't it weird to have a family that has lived in like 15 fucking countries and we have a fucking roast? That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
No, that's wild to me. Roast is the
Thank you.
greatest meal ever. Like the
It's right up there.
potato.
I mean, I do some decent pastas. I did nice pasta last night.
You did.
That's
It was
cool.
good Pasta.
Yeah. Nice. I made pasta for a long period until I found out that I wasn't Italian. Sarah was Italian by blood, so I'm
He
still
was
getting over that.
he was devastated because
What,
this
that
was
you
like
weren't
years ago
Italian?
when they did the 23andMe and the ancestry. Like you spit in a tube and you send it off and then they tell you what you are. And then he's always said that he's Italian because he's making pizza dough from scratch and
To be
he's
fair,
making
isn't Zach's more
pasta from
authentic then?
scratch. And I was like, you could be. And then so
Well,
we did the spit test and then we sent it off and it came back that he was absolutely 0, if not possible, negative Italian. And I had 4
I mean, if the hairline wasn't enough, I was definitely majority Scandinavian. You know,
I was
like
going to say, what are you?
Germanic, Scandinavian,
Yeah.
Finland. You know, like
Yeah.
cold.
Super white.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical
Send me to
pickle
all
Viking.
herring
countries.
country.
Viking.
Yeah. And not cool enough to be Iceland or Greenland or massive. Anyway, it's all good. I've moved past it now. It's all right.
If it helps you, I did
But the
that.
Italians
same
stole
test.
pasta from the Chinese early on, so technically this could have just been your revenge. Like I'm going to steal pasta from the Italian and the Chinese all at once and make it my own.
There you go. Yeah. Well, that's actually my fastest way to meet people, like in my speed dating round of talking to people with the questions. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm actually Chinese. You just haven't seen me cook yet. I've updated it. I used to say eat yet, but that's not right.
You just haven't seen me cook yet.
Kobe's so
Eat's worse.
yeah.
You are what you eat.
Well, I actually really love eating with chopsticks. I think that's amazing.
That took me way too long.
It did take you way too long. Well, you're
I
normally
know.
bang on that.
Sorry, it's early in the morning.
Well, they have to go. Well, because at least for my thing, I don't want to rant, but the small thing is when I meet people, where are you from? Okay, do you want to sit down? Because it's a freaking paragraph. Like when we met, like, oh Christ. So it's like, how do we get past it? Let's get to ridiculous. That's a load of bollocks. I think we jump straight to ridiculous as fast as we possibly can and move on. We're all monkeys on a space rock. Let's just get moving on.
If it helps, I did the same test, and I am like 1,000% white, English, Irish, and that's it. Like, just
it didn't come up with your criminal record.
Plain white. Didn't come up with what?
The criminal record.
Because you're Australian.
No.
The funny thing is that people always ask that about Australians, and what you don't realise is that the people with the criminal records are insanely proud of it. Like, my mother was gone and dug out what my ancestors were accused of to get shipped to Australia. He's like, I'm a member of the Port Phillip Club. It's actually quite hoity-toity. We're incredibly proud that our ancestors were criminals and came to Australia first.
I know what my
they're like the Mayflower families. They're like, fuck you, we're here. I've got a murderer, and I've got a fraudster, and I've got a huckster. People are proud of that.
We're all very proud of it.
Hey, what are you, Kobi? What was your crime?
Okay, so one of my ancestors stole a sheep, which was almost equating to like grand larceny back in the day. So he got put on a boat. And then my other one, when he got to Australia, he was still an asshole. So he bet a man like £10,000, which was just an astronomical amount of money. And it actually might have been less than that. I may not be remembering that correctly. That he could ride across a particular desert in Australia. So he planted horses and, scammed the guy out of his money. And the man killed himself. Oh. I was like,
jeez.
That's a fun story.
Apparently one of mine found his wife in bed with another man and managed to get them both with the same bullet. So they were obviously close at the time.
Straight through the dick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
In the dick hole. The dick hole.
What is your go-to act or gift of forgiveness when you fuck up? To Kobi.
Oh. I don't have one.
I don't think he thinks he ever fucks up.
Yeah, thankfully I don't.
Fine. I was going to say, you just have so little practice, you see?
Mate. Yeah, go on.
Kobi's a terrible wife in that aspect. She hates flowers, doesn't like jewelry, not big on clothing, has most of the other things she wants. Buying presents for her is a freaking nightmare. So I literally sold my soul into slavery for a Christmas present. And I'm just like doing things that she wants me to do for multiple days over my holiday. Because there's nothing else Kobi wants.
That I have asked you to do for the past 12 months.
And I was getting to them.
Yeah.
For my calendar year.
In progress.
If you were in charge for a day, what would you change about the brand?
Ooh. I'd bring back the beard balm. Yeah. I really like that, and you cut it, so it even smelled nice.
We haven't cut it. We just haven't promoted it.
I mean, you don't make it anymore.
We're gonna get back to it. It
will come back.
It does. It's amazingly soft, and it's obviously working for both of us. So.
Yeah, YouTube.
This is not a filter.
Neither's mine.
Okay, that was a very good answer.
Once I had the beard balm in, Evie was constantly just reaching out to them.
It's true. It is noticeably softer. It is quite amazing, to be honest.
So I take it that's your favorite product then, because that was the next question. What's your favorite product?
Actually, the breast milk cream is actually awesome. So for burns,
we've all had Sarah's breast milk on us. Just
yes.
Never met. Super close.
Doesn't get much closer than that. The bond we share.
we're all bonded by my breast milk.
I'm just thinking there's the OnlyFans husbands and stuff, and this is like a whole nother category, isn't it? I gotta figure this one out. Yeah. Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, you could probably sell your breast milk.
Oh no, it's highly illegal.
You're gonna end up milking people as part of this business. This is what's gonna happen. But no, I burnt myself on a pad, and my mother's like super into aloe vera. She's like, it's the best thing in the world for burns. So I've had that on burns since I was very young, and it does help. But this was like 10 seconds and the pain went away, and I saw it like 2 days later with a little dot under the skin. I can see it's clearly burnt. I'm like, oh yeah, I burnt myself. And I completely forgotten about it. Didn't hurt the entire time. Healed up super fast. I was like, all right, this product could have something going on. My wife maybe not insane.
It is his favorite part. Like Connor, as I said, Connor came to me and was like, "How do we get this into burn units?" I don't know that that's possible.
I'd love to know. We're willing to put fish scales on people, so you know.
That's true. And salmon sperm as filler. So I mean, I think the world's going that direction anyway. You're not
glad we don't share an algorithm. I'm just gonna say.
Have you not seen all these people doing like micro drops of like salmon sperm under their eyes to fill in?
Isn't it called caviar?
I was going to say, you people eat caviar. So yeah.
Well, this is why we need to milk men. I think male sperm could be equally as...
You know, the brilliant thing is that these men can milk themselves.
We're too busy.
I knew I was practicing for something. I think I might have found my calling.
Into a beaker. Go on, off you go.
Geez.
I've got a new job. I've got a protein shake in one hand and
Isn't that weird though with the breast milk? I didn't know that until this thing, and that bodybuilders used to seek it out. I did not know that. Anyway,
Sarah,
but they have to buy it in the
human growth hormone, isn't it?
It's illegal.
Something like that.
Yeah. What's the funniest behind the scene moment you've witnessed in this business?
Well, I'm usually at work when Kobi does her recording, so there's not a lot of funny, but there's usually like walk past the room and there's a lot of laughter. What's going on? She's just rewatching your videos because she's editing or about to post, slice up something to put online, and she's just sitting there chuckling to herself about how funny she is.
He's always listening to yourself cackle all the time.
Yeah.
Occasionally Sarah will send me a video and I'll turn her and I'll just write back and go, God, we're funny. Yes.
So your boss around, what you doing, babe? She's like, I'm just hilarious.
So true.
I mean, it's true.
Fair.
If you had to pitch the brand in one sentence, what would you say?
Boobs.
Why not one word?
Your tits out.
Nobody doesn't like boobs. Like kids like boobs. Like even though Kobi doesn't breastfeed, like both my kids are trying to jump in that shirt because they're squishy. Even gay men like boobs. Like there's no one out there who just doesn't like boobs.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, that's true. My one of my best friends is a gay man, and he's fascinated by them.
Really?
And
what's the attraction for him then?
Constantly, I think they're just aesthetically pleasing. Honestly,
they are.
Boobs are good looking. They're not like a ball, or a vagina, or a penis. They're just aesthetic.
It's funny how both men just went like boobs.
No, I was thinking National Geographic. They're front bums, aren't they? Isn't that in the idea about behind the animal?
What?
That's the idea behind the animal, is that if you can do that, then you must have resources to spare.
If you can do,
I'm not sure that's how. No,
Why
I don't think so.
Much things? What's so much going on here? Like butt, and then it's front butt.
Well, yeah, I
know the terminology front butt, but I mean from an aesthetic.
I didn't think it was referred to boobs.
No, are you saying front butt as in boobs?
No, I'm saying that, like, wasn't that the idea, though? That, like, animals back in the day, then they could show from the front that you also got resources to expend? Wasn't that the idea?
No, because the resources have always been the front, not the back. What resource are you getting from an ass?
And how we've gone back to poop again, I don't know.
Oh, my God. And that is a wrap,
All right, next question.
Yeah, next question.
What advice would you give to other partners of entrepreneurs?
No, as to the partners, is just get on board. Like, your partner's probably going through a whole bunch of stressful stuff and is trying to make a go of it. You don't need someone bringing you down at home. As Kobi and I have talked about this before she started in, I have a great deal of faith in what she does. She's already built 2 successful businesses, so it's. Why am I going to badmouth the third? I think it's going to be a great thing. Obviously, I have a lot of faith and trust in my wife. because if you don't, you're pretty screwed anyway. So yeah, I'm on board, and I think that would be the best piece of advice I could give. Just get on board and help where you can.
Fantastic. Good answer.
I like it.
Keep you on.
You advance to the next round. What's the one thing about this brand that makes you the most proud?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to you.
Or
you're the thing.
Well, yeah, I'm the thing. I'm not. I wouldn't say proud of the brand. I'm proud of Kobi because she's done a phenomenal thing. All the new packaging's coming through, and it looks fantastic. And you see, all the content that's coming out of it, and it's just the constant work that's going into it. So I'm just really proud of Kobi and what she's done and achieved with the brand itself. I don't think I have any right to be proud of the brand. I'm not part of it, but Kobi's done awesome.
There you go. Very good.
Good answer.
Great answers.
Is that all you had? Yours are way better than mine.
Yeah.
I hate mine now. All right, Zach, you're up. Are you
I
ready?
did the first three, and then I found out that you used AI, and I was like, if you're going to use AI, I'm going to use AI.
I know, but your AI came up with way better ones than mine. Now I'm embarrassed. All right, Zach, you got this. You got to be funny. What's one word you would use to describe Sarah? I said one word. You said three. You get one.
Oh, that's so much harder.
Yeah, that is way harder. Now you're on the hook for the two things you leave out.
Yeah, persevering. I think persevering.
Persevering.
So you don't think she's attractive? Oh, that's the thing to say.
No, that's not me saying perseverance.
Can you stop talking?
Well, I could have said personality.
Alright. What's Sarah's favorite way to unwind after a long day? What's her favorite?
Yell at me. Yell at me until the funny comes out. That's usually what happens. Give me trouble until I say something funny, yeah, and then we're all good.
That's how she unwinds for the day.
Yeah,
I
can confirm.
I agree with that.
I can confirm. Not screaming, just giving me a grief, and then I say something funny, and then we move on.
It's a beautiful relationship. What's a unique talent or skill that Sarah has that most people don't know about?
This could get dark.
Yeah, that was savage. And we're recording. Can't put that on the air.
Nothing sexual. I don't need to know that.
PG. No. Incredible talent that nobody knows about.
I don't know what I thought.
I don't know. We've shared a lot of stuff along those things. I think originally, I would say that perseverance again. That it's bubbly and stuff on the forward facing, and making people feel good and making sure people feel all right in the ether, not knowing how much difficulty she's actually going through. Yeah.
No, that's really true. What's Sarah's biggest strength as a small business owner?
Did you just sign off on again? I love Kobi's like, yeah, that's true. You might know your wife after 12. Anyway, no. What I can confirm, Zach. I can confirm.
Yeah, she does do that. That's what I meant.
Okay, no, cool. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's good. It's good. I'm glad that I'm getting these questions right. Yeah.
You got it right.
I'm trying. I'm making sure I'm genuinely nervous.
There was actually a period there when Zach was working a lot and I actually said this to him. I was like, I think I've seen and spoken and got involved with Kobi more for the past 2 weeks than I had with Zach, and we were like living together.
That is.
We used to know each other very well, really quick.
Sarah and I had that period of ships in the night, like where I would finish, she would finish work and I would start work, so used to it. No,
100%. At some points during busy times, I was talking to Sarah way more than Connor, and that was a choice. Really,
what's it?
At this point.
Well, I wouldn't dare be so savage, especially not recorded. But which is the new our generation's like, don't write it down, never record. Yeah.
Be your authentic self, Zach.
No, not in public.
Not in public.
Yeah, but there was a saying that you got to be very one before you can be very two. So and we go out and do our thing and then come back. Otherwise, we'd have nothing to talk about at dinner that she spends on her phone. So I live in hope, but no.
She's normally talking.
Maybe she had more to talk about. I'm just saying. Like.
Yeah. I was like feeding us for lunch. Put the food on the table, and she's like, "Wait, Kobi, I'm just waiting for Kobi to respond." Like, oh my God.
I was gonna say, am I just like?
I'm gonna start laying the table for more people.
Do you know one thing? My kids will always say things like, "Is Sarah on the call? Can I speak to Sarah?"
Oh,
I clearly said
that's
it.
nice. Yeah, that's good. It's because you have such a good time, you know.
We do.
I hear the laughter.
What is she passionate about other than this business and those chickens?
And the children, obviously, and the relationship.
Oh, and Remy.
And Remy, and all this stuff. I think trying to be a good mom, you know, it's kind of hard. She didn't have the best thing to lean on in terms of a background, so I think that's pretty tough. You know, at least it's probably easier. It's already complicated, and how the hell were we doing it in the jungle? But I think it's made worse if you don't have a good example. So
that is 100% true. What's Sarah's favorite comfort food? Considering that you are the chef in the family.
I'm gonna say my noodles. It was getting too serious. She was gonna start crying. I was being too nice, so I gotta whip it back. I'm all about equality and balance. I'm all about equality and balance. But no, in all honesty, I would imagine to say it's my noodle soup. It's my noodle soup. You know, what is immigration watching this? No, sorry. My noodle soup. I think I'd like.
No.
Other than that, I would say French raclette would be.
Yeah, definitely like French stuff. French pate cheese, like a good charcuterie board is my good comfort.
Oh God, you and Connor,
like pickles.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
We're just gonna have charcuterie and wine at some stage because Connor loves.
Oh, but actually, you know what's more than that? Apple pie.
Yeah.
That really went left.
Apple pie is like my all-time favorite thing.
Yeah.
So go from charcuterie to apple pie.
You go charcuterie for dinner, apple pie for dessert. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Well, she married an American, but anyway, yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Who only cooks Asian food.
You know, there you go. You have great taste.
I will say that American barbecue is some of our favorite food. Me and Connor. We had that at our wedding. American barbecue.
Nice.
It was goddamn good. Yeah. Okay. How does Sarah handle stress when things get tough?
Again, yells at me until I do something funny. She just offloads on me, and then I just go.
That's exactly true.
We're all nuts, you know. So, and my defensive mechanism is comedy, so it works out.
Which is great. Good elevator.
Don't eat me. I'm funny.
What is one of Sarah's proudest moments in the business?
I don't know what it would be, but I'd like to think that when she opened up about having a partner, you know, just because that was about bringing herself to trust something that she really cared about so much. I'm not even saying that to be nice to you. I genuinely think that I'd hope that she'd be proud of herself for that, because I think it's harder to admit not only that you can't do stuff or that you're not the best at things. That's definitely one layer, but to also admit that you need others. You know, I think that we're still struggling to figure that out just in general as a species, and admit that in the open. And I think that by not doing that, you lose so much. And I also think that it's just too easy to maintain total control, you know, and if you're all powerful, we forget that we're all responsible too. And then that can be a heavy burden. So especially when it wasn't really going super well, you know, there's also that you don't want to share the burden. But I think some of the best times, at least in my life, have been shared burdens, you know? So yeah, I'd like to think that she'd be proud of herself for that.
Yeah. I look.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then the second thing would be
right.
no. And I think that if she was pushed to answer, I think she'd be proud of herself for being able to make this stuff, you know, in the first place. Yeah.
No, Sarah has imposter
witchcraft
syndrome.
is tough, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Sarah has imposter syndrome, like definitely both of us. And every time I talk to her about the product and how good it is, she's always just like, I just can't believe it. I'm like, so many people tell you this. All right.
I still can't believe it.
When we make our breast milk millions, the four of us, where are we going? What holiday are we taking?
Not Papua New Guinea. We've established that as a write-off. I don't know, but I'd imagine it's somewhere. I don't know. It depends on the time of year. I wouldn't mind an actual like white Christmas, you know, like a freezing cold one with some snow.
Connor would
Like,
love a freezing cold Christmas.
I love it.
Like
Canada or
truly a
something.
true place for mulled wine. Yeah, something just bizarre like that. Like way out in the depths. I think that would be really amazing.
Not gonna
No,
lie,
not
my two kids
necessarily
in
Canada.
cold and snow.
I mean, it's very cold. It snows there. I was in London for Christmas, and I remembered Dickens and all those going, "Oh, I'm going to get a white Christmas," and it was just sort of sideways sludge for a bit that turned brown and drained off. And you're like, this wasn't what I imagined. All right, this was monumentally disappointing. And they honestly had less people roasting chestnuts outside than Hong Kong does. I'm like, what have you got going for you?
Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly. Yeah, I think
Away from my
Edinburgh or
family-
something might be interesting.
Where?
Yeah, Edinburgh or something like that. That you're just deep in the old school. I know, but that's just me personally. But what would we all do? Well, please, not Disneyland. None of that madness.
No, I hate Disneyland.
Yeah, no, I think Remy and that would love and Huxley. I don't know what kind of pyro he is, but fire, mulled wine.
That would be more
fire,
of an
snow.
I think.
Really? Okay. Well, there you go.
Disturbingly keen on fire, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She lit our barbecue on fire.
Well,
and told us the ghost told her to do it. So.
Right place, wrong time, maybe.
Or the ghost told her to do it, and she lit a fire. I mean, it could really be as simple as that.
Are there other white people there? No, sorry.
Shocking. Okay, one piece of advice you think Sarah would give to someone starting their own business? See, mine were all very serious.
You really have sucked the joy out of this.
I know.
That
really.
Sarah would say. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. Like, I think that. Hey, don't.
Be damn sure. Be damn sure that's what you want.
No, start a business in a boring business. Just to channel my inner Cody Sanchez. But the idea of like, don't start a groundbreaking one. Because groundbreaking, you got to break ground and it fucking hurts. Yeah.
That is
start
accurate.
somewhere that people already understand. Yeah.